Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the soul urge number, and that's going to be numbers 1 through 9. If you don't know your soul urge number, I'll put a link in the description below to the website that's going to calculate all the numbers for you in your name. I would try getting the numbers for your short name and your full name. So for example, using your first and last name and what those numbers say, as well as the numbers for your full birth certificate name. You can also do it for a married name as well, nicknames, the name of your business, the name of your brand, etc. And also, if you'd actually want to learn how to calculate your name by hand, I also made a video about it too. It's in the description. Okay, so let's begin. So the soul urge, that is from all the vowels in your name, and it indicates what you desire, like your hidden desires and what really makes you fulfilled, like what fulfills your heart. And so if you have a soul number 1, that usually indicates that you are fulfilled when you become number 1 at what you do. If you won something in life, like winning a competition, or you could be like the trendsetter, the innovator, the inventor of a certain way to do something. And it's also a very hardworking number as well. So feeling respected for what you do and who you are as a person. And 1 is also the number of independence and individuality. So again, with that is really feeling fulfilled when you're confident in who you are, because people who have 1s in their charts, especially if they have a lot, it shows that they have issues with self-confidence. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because that's actually a human thing. And the more you want to express a different path or express who you are while you feel very different in society, like the self-confidence is part of it, by cultivating more skills or your unique gifts. And with the 1, when they really have a set goal in mind, then nothing can stop them. Like, it's a lot of life force energy that the 1 has, because it is the first number. Like, they like to be the first of something or the best of something. And since they have so much energy, they need to express it in some way. Otherwise, it's going to end up being very self-destructive or like very domineering. And as a 1, like as a leader, you're also inspiring other people to lead their lives or live the life that they want, or express themselves however they feel. And it's so, that is the 1 soul urge, is just to like feeling fulfilled in who you are and where you're going, being a leader, being the best at what you do. And then if you have a soul number 2, that shows that you are fulfilled when you are surrounded by very good people, you are loved, giving and receiving love. It's also a very sensitive number, and that usually comes from having such a sharp intuition. So there's also fulfillment there when you're using your intuitive voice to solve problems. And since it's a sensitive number, you're also very sensitive to other people's needs and wants, desires. So sometimes you might find yourself like helping a lot of people and feeling like you're not appreciated. So it's also getting appreciated in your support, because 2 is the number of helping other people, supporting other people without being in the spotlight. They can really influence people well, but they do it softly instead of forcing or asserting. That is the 1 energy, is to force and assert for things to happen. And the 2 is like very soft. It's a mellow type of number that they like to get along with other people. And if there is like a situation at hand, they tend to be the peacemaker, trying to have good people together and not fight. So it's also about growing the confidence to expressing your voice, or like standing up for what you feel is right, instead of just allowing other people to do whatever they want just for the sake of peace. But remember, your voice, your intuitive voice, is very powerful. It can really solve issues at hand that quick when you listen to it, especially starting with listening to what your body tells you. Okay, so the 2 soul urge is fulfilled when they're surrounded by good vibes, love, peace, and also their sensitivity, like when they're around good music or really nice museums or watching a really nice movie, and their senses get like soothed. Okay, and that also when they have a partner that they can truly rely on, whether that be a romantic partner, a friend, or a relative. It's really to have supportive people in your life is what really fulfills you. And also when you're supporting other people as well, that you can be really proud of. Okay, now moving on to the 3 soul number. So that usually shows me that, so with the 3, they have a gift of creativity and self-expression. So they're really fulfilled when they're truly, genuinely, honestly expressing themselves to other people with creativity, with art, music, singing, writing, speaking. It's anything with verbal arts as well. It could also be anything related to acting, modeling, or making the world beautiful in some way. Because 3 is the most joyous number. It's the most fun number. It's very lively. Also being surrounded by good friends, making other people laugh, because laughter is medicine for anybody who has a 3 in their charts. I definitely do. My attitude number is 3. So really enjoying making other people laugh, being a jokester, lightening up the mood also helps with the 3 fulfillment. And the thing to work on when it comes to expression is that 3, since it's one of the most social numbers, they tend to like keep it superficial, keep it on the surface just to entertain others. They do have some issues with truly expressing their deep feelings to other people just because they want to keep it light. But really working on that, and that's going to give a 3 soul even more fulfillment when they're genuinely being vulnerable. So being confident on fully expressing yourself and your gifts instead of just going on the surface for the social crowd. Okay, so that's what makes a 3 fulfilled. And then moving on to the 4 soul number. So with the 4 soul, your heart is fulfilled when everything's in order, you've got a plan, and your future is secure. So with the 4, I really think about the Virgo zodiac sign, where everything has to be in order. And when things are in order, then life is better. And so things are really managed well, like they're keeping track of everything. Their house is in order, they have a good family, they have good foundation, like the ground, and also giving really honest feedback and knowledge, or like teaching other people knowledge is what the 4s really enjoy, like sharing their expertise, and people are benefiting from your knowledge and your work. And also like working with your hands to build anything makes a 4 soul urge happy as well. Just be careful not to be like too rigid with everything, because when everything is in order, that could be peace to 4, but to other people it could feel like a prison. So just remember to like let loose sometime, because in a 4, they are one of the hardest workers, like that energy. Like it would be 4 and 8 and 1. So just remember to like relax and breathe and not try to control everything, because you really can't control everything. It's pretty much the opposite of a 5 soul number, which we'll get to next. But basically the 4 soul urge is like, I have a home, a safe home. People can rely on me. I'm responsible. And yeah, pretty much everything is in order with the 4. Like that's how you're fulfilled, and also financially as well. Finances are secure. And then moving on to the 5 soul urge, your soul is fulfilled when you have the freedom to come and go as you please, to live life to the fullest, to travel physically, socially, spiritually. Yeah, that is freedom. I have a 5 soul as well, and like I like moving all the time. Like I learn new things, like keeping my mind stimulated. Stimulation, like not sensual. Stimulation with your senses keeps a 5 happy as well, but be very careful with going overboard with the 5, because that can be the most indulgent type of number. 5 is very passionate as well, so it's kind of like when they work or they have this goal, they just like have bursts of like, oh, I'm just gonna do this, and then they never end up finishing it, because it's also the fear of boredom, and that's why they're constantly on the go. With 5, like I said, it's a very passionate type of number, and just remember to like really focus on self-discipline, because actually self-discipline can get you farther than just like having multiple projects at once, which I'm very guilty of as well. It's a very dynamic type of restless number or energy, and so keeping grounded in some way, very similar to a 3 soul urge, is like they can be very lively, like full of life, very passionate, but they need an anchor to be grounded and get things done. Okay, and so that's the 5 soul urge, is freedom for living life to the fullest, and the freedom to fully express yourself. And then moving on to the number 6 soul urge, the 6 soul is happiest when they have a loving family, a safe home, and people that they can take care of, actually, because 6 is a very nurturing number, the most nurturing, I think, of parents when it comes to the number 6 energy. It's very safe, caring aura. And with the 6 soul urge, you need to be needed in some way. And also it tends to be a really creative number, similar to like a 3. 3, 6, and 9 are actually creative numbers. So is 1. And so with the 6, it's pretty much being responsible, like having things to be responsible for. Also having a lot of harmonious relationships, having a very happy marriage. But you can also say like, well, who doesn't want a happy marriage? More so than any other numbers. It's 6 that wants commitment and stability with a family, because it's a very group-focused, family-focused, community-focused type of number. So like being fulfilled with creating harmony in the environment. And it's also a counselor's and teacher's number as well. So really, they do tend to like give their ear or a shoulder for somebody to lean on, but it's also like working on gaining more knowledge and teaching other people as a way of counseling, instead of just giving all your energy just to be there emotionally for other people, because it can be really draining. So really watch for your health, that you're not serving so many people at once, because it's very similar to a 2 energy. Like it's a number of service, like happiness from helping other people. But it's all about balancing as well, like gaining more knowledge to help other people. So overall, 6 is very fulfilled when they have a loving family, harmonious relationships all around, and also sharing their healing, counseling, responsible energy for others. And also, since they work hard, they're very fulfilled when you appreciate a number 6 soul for all that they do, and sometimes even like praising them for what they've been doing as well. Okay, now moving on to the number 7 soul number. So the 7 soul is fulfilled when they are at peace with their thoughts, in being in a very beautiful environment when it comes like with nature, like they really love being out into nature, getting that serenity and peace and quiet so they could be alone with their thoughts. And also it could be just in their room, escaped into a good book that helps them learn more about the world, the universe, themselves, anything related to spirituality, philosophy, being very studious, and they can be experts at the knowledge that they gain. And with the 7, I would say that to work on your trust, like trusting your own emotions. And that's by listening to your body first. That's the easiest way to learn how to trust yourself as well as trusting other people. Because 7s, they can really just have a mindset of, I only trust thoughts. I only trust facts and scientific facts instead of my emotions. I can't trust emotions, but that just makes you more distant from other people. So really working on trust and opening up. But generally, they are in their zone when they're in a beautiful place in nature, like near large bodies of water, and they can just get their peace, and also getting big answers on who they are, their purpose, who God is. Like that makes them like, yes, I can get the answers like that I've been searching for, as well as having something bigger to believe in that they can devote their life to or their work to. Okay, now moving on to the number 8, soul urge. So 8 is a business number. The number 8 soul is fulfilled when they have established financial abundance. Okay, with number 4 is financial security. Number 8 is abundance, to keep the money coming in and flowing. It's also the soul urge where they feel a lot of pride keeping up with the Joneses. So that's just a saying. I think it's just an American saying, how like keeping up with beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful family, like high status, a life that you can be very proud of to society, to the public. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. That's just a number. It's an energy that really exists in nature. And so with the 8 is just also like being in charge, being the boss, and working with truth and justice to positively influence society, like making a difference, because 8 is very influential. So also feeling very fulfilled when people are benefiting from your mastery or your leadership or your influence. So I'm an 8 life path, and I wasn't really conscious of it, but whenever I talk about numerology or share it or read people's birth charts at all my workplaces, they all end up being super aware of numbers and being so interested, and like, oh, I guess that's how I influence people, is just with numbers. And I am very proud of it because it's actually helping people, freeing people to understand who they are and accept who they are as well, and to guide them. So it's like I really enjoy influencing other people positively. And so with the number 8 soul urge is like really being at the top of the ladder in some way. It doesn't have to be corporate. It could just be the top of your skills, your hard work, what you've been doing, and also being appreciated and respected for that. Just having plenty, and also sharing your wisdom to other people from the mistakes that you've made in the past. And so that's what makes the number 8 soul happy. Last but not least, the number 9 soul urge. So with number 9, they are fulfilled when their work is benefiting humanity, and they're living in the moment, in the present, at peace at what they're doing, and like enjoying every moment in the present. And that's hard for a lot of people if they don't practice meditation or being in the moment. But number 9s have like, it's the most evolved number, so they carry all the numbers in it. Like that's a lot of responsibility. That's a lot on their shoulders. So it's all about releasing the past so you can evolve even more, so you can be more of a light to other people. So that means working on forgiveness, forgiving the past, forgiving people who have hurt you, and you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for other people. And I would say that forgiveness, it starts with forgiving yourself. And so with the 9 being the most evolved, it's like a sage, a hermit, and also they're fulfilled when they're living their life of truth, of ethics. Like they're living by example what they believe in, because it tends to be a number that's interested in morals and ethics or philosophy or spirituality. And so by guiding others by example and like seeing other people lead a better life for themselves or their life getting better, like it makes a number 9 soul fulfilled. I would say that since number 9 is, they tend to really they like to gain social acceptance. And so if they're too focused on that, they tend to be farther removed from humanity if it goes like just trying to please too many people at once on like who you are or what you stand for. So it's also remembering to invite love in, because 9, since they kind of like, they're very responsible, or they grow into that responsibility from making so many mistakes as we all do as humans. The number 9 just really remembers, you gotta really remember to stay grounded, because 9 can take too much pride and feel superiority above other people just because of what they know or what they've been through or the many experiences that they've been through. So just remember to invite love in, and also asking for help with a 9 soul. Like, yeah, you can do it all, but you don't have to. And so, yeah, that's the number 9 soul. They're fulfilled when they're really benefiting humanity and they're at peace with the past and they're being a light to other people. Okay, so that is all for the soul urge definitions or meanings from 1 through 9. Hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions or if you'd like to book a full birth chart reading with me, you can click on my website below, and also check out the other videos when it comes to your name. Okay, so I will see you next time. Goodbye.